and especially COVID's created a lot of anxiety in kids, and this fear of death and, needing the parents close by. And so a lot of times parents are like, okay, what's the harm? I'll just go ahead and sleep here with the child until they're asleep. And then again, like I said before, it creates this sort of mistrust, distrust when they do wake up overnight and realize the parent is no longer there, and kind of in a more panicked and anxiety ridden state, when they realize the parent is not there. And then it sort of is a downward spiral and they start having difficulties sleeping. So I know my kids will come home and say, so-and-so only sleeps, 8 hours, or so-and-so only sleeps 9 hours. We sleep way too long, way too much. And then, in the evening, he's like, okay, I'm tired. I'm like, let's stay up. Let's stay up till 9:30, 10. Let's see what happens. And he's like, okay, I'm tired. I'm ready to go. Our stomach grumbles when it's hungry. Our body is telling us when it's hungry, and our body's also telling us when it's tired and needs to go to sleep. But when we have those electronic devices, it's easy to push those cues and signals aside, because what we're looking at is so engaging. And it's easy to say, I know I'm tired, but I'm going to just watch this one last, video, or I'm going to do the one last thing. And then that turns into another thing, and time eludes us, and before you know it, you're on the social media or the device for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours. Mm-hmm. And then the body says, okay, if you're going to keep ignoring my signals of tiredness, I'm going to go into an alert cycle. It's that second wind happens. And then you're like, oh,
I can stay long.
Yeah, I stay up longer. And then that cycle has to run through again, before the body is sleepy again. It's like pull, especially if you just wake up to go to the bathroom or wake up to have a sip of water. There's this draw to, let me check, did anyone text me, or send me a notification or an email. And looking at that device overnight stimulates the retina and can cause wakefulness and put you into another alert cycle, to where kids are then having difficulties getting back to sleep, and then it's impacting their attention, but also their grades and their mood and their ability to eat well and make good decisions.
Yeah. Do you, from those studies, do you know how, is there a specific length of time, like in the middle of the night when you sort of re-expose yourself, that it can do that? Or?
Yes. I believe it's more, if you're looking at those devices, more than a minute.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow.